So he flew her to Prague and got her to prove that she's stupid and prove that she's an idiot, and stupidly accept an award that the acronym is CUNT. The CUNT award, that's the award that she accepted. Wow. Wow. Hello my lovely, welcome to ClickSmart. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different again, because I'm going to be reacting to a video that just came out on YouTube, maybe like, I don't know, 18 hours ago, not long ago at all. I found out about it from Instagram. Shout out to the Shade Borough, because that's where I found out about this video from. I'd never heard of this YouTuber before, and I didn't know anything about him. His name's Josh Pieters. I believe he's from South Africa, and he has made a video where he has got the woman who shall not be named aside from the title of this video, because I just think we should just relegate her name to dust and stop giving her so much publicity for her poor behaviour. But she who will remain unnamed, he tricked her into picking up an award, the acronym of which was the CUNT award. Now, immediately I heard of this video, I said, nope, I've got to react to this. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it now for the first time. And just because someone is a female doesn't mean that they're team woman, okay? And even though this is a woman and she's a female, there's no solidarity there, because she's a racist. She's a racist, she's a bigot, she's just a vile excuse for a human being. She's gotten away with it for so long. Thankfully, her Twitter account has been suspended. Go Twitter. You're probably going to win Big Company of the Year in my book for that, because someone has to stop this madness. Someone has to stop this mad woman. This is my first time doing a reaction and watching this video, so you're going to be getting my legit reactions. And if I'm looking down, it's just because I've got my computer in front of me, and I'm just going to be looking down to use that so I can watch it. Okay, so let go.
The recipient for the 2020 Campaign to Unify the Nation trophy is Katie Hopkins.
Campaign to Unify the Nation trophy.
This is Katie Hopkins.
My name is Katie Hopkins. I am a straight, white, Christian.
She probably doesn't like you.
I don't believe you can be fat and happy. I think that's just a cop-out.
Islam is taking over my country.
I'm not a big fan of the feminazis.
I am a minority white.
Because if you're an immigrant, Muslim, a full-time mother, black, suffering from mental health, overweight, Palestinian, wearing bad clothes, a feminist, have a tattoo, transgender, homosexual, Scottish, an Ebola victim, an asylum seeker, or if your name is Chardonnay, Chantal, Charmaine, Tyler, Brooklyn, Adelaide, Orlando, or Rio, or Jordan, or Paris, or any geographical location, she doesn't like you.
Feminists can go and do one.
I don't have Muslim friends.
So despite her charming views, 1 million Twitter followers, and friendship with Donald Trump, Katie hasn't won many awards. So we thought it would be nice to give her one, being Britain's biggest. So 3 months ago we set up the Cape Town Collective for the Freedom of Speech. It's a campaign group made up of me and Archie. Although, if you look closely at the website, the picture of our founder is actually an image of a leader of the Ku Klux Klan. He looks old for a guy that died age 17. The swanky website also features a photo
How did
of
she
my
not notice
dad
that?
and the
Idiot.
woman who makes the announcements on the London Underground. The idea was simple. I pretended to be my dad and invited Katie to Prague to pick up our fake Lifetime Achievement Award, the Campaign to Unify the Nation trophy.
I mean, the trophy is so tacky as well. She's a real dundus. She's a
She was
dundus.
on. So, the entire membership of the Cape Town Collective interrupted their holiday to start planning how and where they would give Katie her fake award.
Where's cheapest?
No, so we're doing it in Prague.
And we can have a really nice dinner.
And it's Prague.
And she sent us some lovely emails. Here's a nice one. You know,
She's actually very polite.
really well brought up and great use of grammar too.
Yeah.
Dear Leslie, that all sounds incredibly kind. I'm quite overwhelmed by it.
Don't let the grammar fool you. She is literally the lowest of the low. Her IQ must be very low to come out with the stuff she comes out with in 2020.
We have registered at the company's house, so it is a real company, and that is true. You are the director of a racist organisation. Congrats!
Thank you very much. Back in London, it was time for the Posh News, hosted by Archie Manners.
Just to give a little update as to where we're at. We've got Katie. We've got Four Seasons Hotel. We've got flights for you and me, and accommodation for you and me. It's a really nice double bed, shotgun duvet, bundles, many threads on the sheets.
Yeah. This is our call sheet of actors. They literally sent over photos of themselves, numbers of
It does look a little bit like loose lineup, doesn't it?
Yeah.
After months of planning, we had actors, dinner at the Four Seasons, flights, hotels, a trophy, cameras, and a top-tier racist.
That's exactly what she is. Give this video a thumbs up. Get Katie cancelled.
As our
She's
flight
horrid.
landed, Katie's was taking off.
The woman who
I
shall not be
noticed I
named.
booked my mate Brian on the
Cancelled.
same flight to take some pictures of her.
She's horrid.
With confirmation that Hopkins was in Prague, we hopped it to her hotel to take some more.
Not her, false alarm.
Not her? Not her.
And played a game of Spot the Racist. Archie got 10 points in the first round when, tragically, I got the wrong person.
Just getting a confirmed ID on the fact that it's just a taxi turning around. Yep, no, not that one either, sorry.
We were both losing the game for 45 minutes. And then suddenly, there Katie was, a racist!
There she is.
With the Hopkins safely in her hotel, we went home to get ready and check my shirt was white enough for Katie. Having ironed the posh boy's shirt, we headed to the private room of the posh hotel. Although, with 4 hidden cameras, it wasn't that private anymore. This 5-star Four Seasons hotel would serve us a 3-course meal. And in a second, we'd meet the one receiving an award. First, we had to brief the brand new members of the Cape Town Collective for Freedom of Speech. You might recognize some of them from Prague car adverts. But tonight, these actors have a slightly different role.
As far as how we all know each other, we are all members of the Cape Town Collective for the Freedom of Speech. It is a group that meets monthly, thereabouts.
My name's John Pieters.
Yes, tonight I'm John Pieters. You might remember that Katie's been receiving emails from Leslie, my father. Annoyingly, the real Leslie is in Mauritius. Happy birthday, Dad. So we needed an excuse for why I'm running the evening.
My father's Leslie Pieters, as you all know, he's the chairman of the Cape Town Collective. Which we here tonight. Obviously, we wish he could be here tonight. He's got a terrible bout of gastro, so he is sick in his hotel room currently. I love the Cape Town Collective for Freedom of Speech, and I really want to follow him.
I can't believe they did this. These guys are G's. Follow this guy, subscribe to him. I don't care. He seems very unproblematic. Follow him. He deserves all the praise for this. This is the MVP move of 2020. Come on.
Arrived. Archie and I spent the entirety of the evening charming Katie, ensuring she was fully relaxed and happy as she dined on 5-star food and drank top-notch wine. There was one thing left to do before giving Katie the Campaign to Unify the Nation trophy. I had to make a speech to really convince her that we were real.
Welcome again. It's been a brilliant evening so far. Thank you, obviously, Katie, for joining us.
Smile on her face. She's
I wish I
real
could
dumb.
take credit for the speech, but it was actually written by my father, Leslie, who is our chairman. He's asked me to say just a few words.
Watch to the end because I'm going to give you my real thoughts on this.
We need freedom of speech. From politicians to journalists, campaign groups to creatives, YouTubers to you in this room, without being able to say what we think, without being able to mock other people, without being able to attack people, we are not free. Which brings me to Katie Hopkins, the recipient of the inaugural Campaign to Unify the Nation trophy. I cannot think of a more worthy recipient, for the tide is changing. The intellectual battle against the woke brigade is being won.
This guy is the
The
MVP.
snowflakes are melting. And Katie Hopkins in the United Kingdom and far beyond should take
Shame
a
in my
great deal of
country.
credit. For the ice caps of political correctness are starting to collapse. Katie has experienced a huge amount of online hate. Some people on the internet rarely seem to want to bring her down. There are people out there wanting to ridicule her, wanting to mock her. It is not at all possible to properly outline just what an inspiration you are to us all, Katie. It is an absolute pleasure on behalf of all of the members of the Cape Town Collective for the Freedom of Speech to announce that the recipient for the 2020 Campaign to Unify the Nation trophy is Katie Hopkins.
She is so like gassed and happy for this. She's an idiot.
And as Katie came up to collect her fake award, we had one more surprise in store. We had succeeded. We made Katie Hopkins fly 1,600 miles to pick up
Yeah.
the fake award and put the word behind her without her noticing. I wonder if this is a bit mean. For a moment I did too. But then she made her speech.
Josh is the MVP. Subscribe to him. I'm subscribed. He's MVP for this.
Me too, Katie. Me too.
I am not used to receiving awards. It is strange, and it's strange to hear nice things being said about yourself. You sit there and you think, wait a minute, they're saying that about me. Whereas normally it is a kind of an incoming deluge of fireballs coming my way. So it's kind of an odd thing for that to be tipped on its head, but I really do appreciate it. If you call Mohammed in a school playground in the UK, 2,000 kids come running and you don't want any of them. Epileptics are all weirdos. They're up there with the Asians. East London's fairly shitty in Western times. 82% Muslim, what can I say? Most people are raping their own mother. I guess Muslims are different. So she, I believe her name was her fiance. I believe his name was Anyway, they practice because they're such retards. Other places where people get stabbed a lot, or try and rape their own mother, or have 5 wives. How dare you? Autistic f***ing wench. Thank you very much indeed.
Having all pretended to enjoy that horror show, we decided we needed a drink, which made us wonder if we could play some old-fashioned games.
She's loving it.
You might ask what the whole point of this thing
Look at the grin on her
is. Why
face.
did Archie and I fly Katie Hopkins to Prague and give her a stupid fake award?
To wipe that smile off
The
her
truth
face.
is, there's an awful lot of hate in this world. And people like Katie Hopkins spread that hate and make money from it. And she can do that because she has freedom of speech. But so do I. So
So
I
do you,
used to
Josh.
combat her spreading of hatred by playing on her ego and making her look a little bit silly. Anyway, to finish off, here's a message from our chairman.
Hi everyone, there's Pieters here, the chairman of the Cape Town Collective for the Freedom of Speech. It's with great sadness that I have to report that Katie has been banned on Twitter, and as a result thereof, she can no longer be a member of this society. Goodbye.
Oh, that's so dope. Like, big up to Josh. No, big up, big up, big up. I gotta give that a round of applause. To be honest with you, I think I might be the epitome of what she hates. I might just be. She might call me fat. I'm a black woman. She's not a feminist. I'm a feminist. The only thing I think I didn't check off on the list of things that Josh said at the beginning was that I'm not Muslim. I think that's about it. I think everything else that is moi. And as a woman, you know, I feel really disheartened to see women, to see mothers, people who are responsible for nurturing and bringing up a whole new generation behave like whatever her name is. I hope this video never gets removed by YouTube, because she's had her freedom of speech literally not impinged at all. She's been able to go through and say all types of horrible things on tweets, on This Morning, on ITV, like on television in our country. She's been able to go and say these things. And I just think that Josh is literally my kind of people. You know, this young generation that we're in, we're just not having it, are we? We're not going to have anyone divide us to conquer us. We are all human. We are all people, whether we are male, whether we are female, whether we are black, whether we are white or any other colour in between, whether we are rich, whether we are poor, whether we have a learning difficulty, whether we are a genius. We are all humans. And I think I said this on my first video ever on this channel. We are all born of a woman. That is what unites us, our humanity. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. You've done us all a service. All the marginalised groups that this woman has spewed vitriol and hate towards and championed and encouraged other people to spew vitriol and hate towards, we thank you. And you know, it's sad because a lot of the things that she's said, I've always felt they constitute to a hate crime. So where have the police been in all this? Why has no one ever stopped her? I thank you, Twitter. Right now, you are the company of the decade so far. I shall be looking to buy shares. Thank you so much for blocking this hateful, vile, horrid woman who's just gone out of her way to try and make people's lives completely miserable and gone out of her way to try and dehumanize people. Thank you. Thank you, Josh Pieters. And if you guys feel that, you know, this woman was well deserving of this, drop this video a like and go and watch Josh's video. Give that a like as well. And let's, you know, have a united voice that people like her and their racist, homophobic, Islamophobic, hateful comments and conduct will not be tolerated. You think you're better than people because of the colour of your skin? Okay, but you're the one who fell for that trick. You're the one who fell for that prank and accepted an award with the acronym Charlie Uniform November Tango. You fell for that, and you think you're better than people because of the colour of your skin, because of the religion they practice, because of their body shape and size? Woman that shall no longer be named? No, no, no. And if you've never met or seen someone like me, here I am. And you're not better than me. Like, no, I'm just so happy that this video was made. And thank you, Josh Pieters. You are the MVP. I need to get a little award for you. You deserve it. You've earned this one. If this is your first time to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Every week I post a new video. Drop me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I want to know what you think about this video. I think this is completely well deserved. I think the woman who shall no longer be named has earned this. People could say, oh well, you know, you fight hatred with love. Yes you do, but you make a fool of people like this woman because she's a fool. She is a horrible, horrible, foolish person. For you to even feel that you are better than somebody because of the colour of their skin. You know, Jane Elliott said it best. We owe so much collectively as a globe to brown-eyed people, to people of black and brown skin. That for you to turn around and feel because your skin is white, you're better than somebody, and for you to perpetuate racism and hatred? No. If the victims of colonization and slavery are not perpetuating racism and hatred and are able to love and show empathy and forgiveness to their fellow human being, then you have no right. You have no right whatsoever. And I'm so glad this video is made, because I think now that we're in the 20s, I don't think we're having a bar of it. The 80s babies, the 90s babies, the 80s kids, the 90s kids, we're not having a bar of it. We're not having a bar of it. We want empathy and love and understanding to rule the day. We will not accept racism. It's unacceptable. And hopefully, you know, we'll shame her into like rectifying her conduct. But I doubt it, to be honest. I think she's like, okay, so Gabby Union is 47 and she's 43. I don't know, but she looks well older than Gabby Union. Put a picture of them side by side now. And do you know why that is? Because she's full of hatred. She's full of bigotry and racism and all these horrible, nasty emotions that cause her skin to wrinkle prematurely. If she was full of love and light and drinking water and minding her business and being a decent human being, she wouldn't look like a roadmap. Literally looking like she's 50-something when she's in her early 40s. I mean, come on. That's because you carry so much hatred in you. Listen, this woman has done a lot. She has done a lot, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that someone in his privilege as a white male has decided to call her out on her BS. That's what it is, BS. Racism is BS. It's a BS mentality. It's horrible, and there's no place for it. And we need to stand together to say, no, we don't tolerate this. We treat people based on who they are as an individual, based on their character. Not their characteristics, not their skin colour, not their weight, not their religion, not their sexual preference, none of that. We treat people based on their character. And let's be clear, this woman knows a lot of the stuff she says is BS. She's learned. Josh said in the video her grammar is exemplary. Maybe she uses Grammarly, but her grammar is exemplary, and she's always well spoken on the television, on the radio. Whenever she gets to spew her vile and hateful comments, she does them very eloquently. So let's not say, you know, this woman is ignorant. She's just, ugh. Can we cancel her now? Can we get her off our TVs? Can we get her off the radio? Twitter have already restricted or suspended whatever they've done to her account. Can we make that, you know, a general thing? Can we say no to hatred and bigotry and just racism and all these other horrible things? Can we, in the 21st century, now that we're in the roaring 20s, can we stand together and do that? I stand with you, Josh. I just appreciate you. You're very unproblematic from what I've seen. And you've called out a racist from your position of white privilege as a white male. You've called out a racist. And I thank you. I thank you so much for this video. Salute to Mr. Pieters. And that's all I have to say about it. I really enjoyed making this reaction video. Thank you for watching. I've been Emmy, and this is ClickSmart. You're smart. You clicked. Thank you.